Hi everyone, I'm Miss Binkley, Rachel Binkley, and you may find my voice familiar if you have had a chance to listen in on any of your students' 10th grade math class. So far this semester, we've been having fun. I wanted to start off with just where your student is getting their work online and where they should be logging in every day. I believe it is the same place for all classes, but you should be looking at our Schoology page. Our 10th grade class has this beautiful mountain scene in the corner. The first page that pulls up is the updates page in case there's anything really important I want to get out to everybody. The first thing your students are going to do is go into their materials, clicking on the left-hand side on materials. And then they're going to go into quarter one and find our specific day. I'm not going to go into their work, but what I will show you is somewhere that you as a parent who is logged on with your student should be able to see. Going into the course school documents. And in here is everything you're going to need to know for the entire year. Okay, I want to start off with a little teacher introduction here. So a big online thing for teachers this year was creating a Bitmoji classroom. And what I did is I just picked some things to introduce myself that tell a little story about my life and maybe some things that I enjoy. So first of all, I chose this background because I am a huge Harry Potter fan. Yay, I'm sure everybody is. Maybe not. So I kind of got this background from Harry Potter. You should be seeing on the blackboard my office hours and email. Your students should all be signed up for Remind, and they should be able to send me a message on Remind anytime they have a question. Let's see, if we look at this picture here of the mountains, how many of you guys just looked at your phone because my phone went off? This picture of the mountains, and that's just a representation that I was born and raised in Colorado. And although I have lived a few other places around the world, in Europe and Central America, I have always, every time I've been away for a few years, really missed Colorado. And I think you kind of always miss where you were born and raised. I didn't know the first time I left I would miss it that much, but I did. This is where I'm gonna stay. Right below that, you see this road runner here, and that represents my bachelor's degree that I got at Metro State. We used to call it college, now it's a university. And that's where I got my bachelor's in mathematics, minor in computer science. This other picture on the wall over here of a house is I am currently trying to save up for a house. I have lived for many, many years in a tiny, tiny condo, and I am still trying to save up enough money for a down payment, but pretty soon now, hopefully, I should be able to have a house with a yard that this little guy, my puppy Arnold, hopefully will be enjoying, and we won't have to walk down 3 flights of stairs early in the morning to go outside. I can't wait to have a little yard. This little alligator it's not an alligator, he's a cocodrilo, he's a crocodile. It represents the time I spent in Costa Rica. Cocodrilo is one of the first words I learned to make sure I knew where they were and where to stay away. This is me sitting over here on the edge with, of course, my coffee. I wish that I could have picked different shoes. I'm not keen on these sandals. And then in the top right-hand corner, this represents the master's degree, this eagle here that I got from CSU. And I got it both. I had to take enough math classes so that I could teach math at a college level. Sorry, let me mute this. It's other teachers making their videos, which I am now currently doing at DCIS and also in some educational practices. Okay, so it's a little bit about me. You may know me from having brothers and sisters of current students? If so, it's good to see you again. Okay, also in this course school documents folder, you can find the integrated 2 syllabus. And this has everything that we will be learning this year, our course description, units that we will be learning. We just finished Unit 1, we just finished testing on it, and I'll talk about unit recovery here in a minute. We are trying to stay on the schedule that DPS would like us to stay on, but we all know that what is most important is your students' understanding, and learning online is hard, and I think it's harder than anybody thought it would be. So please feel free to give your feedback or reach out for help if you need it. We have end of the year fluency expectations. Up here, our grading scale, okay? Just your basic high school grading scale. We do have a grade composition of 60% standards mastery, which will include mastery check quizzes and mastery check assessments. That could also include big projects that we will be working on. And standards practice is really everything else. We shouldn't be doing anything in class that is not matched up to a standard that the students should know for both their own futures and for DPS. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say next. I hope you're still with me. Late work unit recovery. So this is important since we just finished our first unit. Late work will be accepted per unit until the unit test, which we just gave. And I will give a little bit more time until I get those tests graded. However, if your student has not passed the unit, I encourage them to do unit recovery, which I will send out to students and parents as soon as I have a unit grade, which should be coming up pretty soon with exactly what needs to be done in that case. They will need to be doing that with what we are learning currently. That'll kind of be on the side, but I think the outcomes are much better than not being able to do unit recovery. Materials are kind of weird right now. Obviously, you need your Chromebook. There are some really great, and I encourage all students to download. Let's see if I can show you guys on my phone. This is a really good app. If you can see, it's called Calc 84. And what it does is it really mimics a TI calculator. And the reason why that's important, because see, it makes your calculator look just like a Texas Instrument calculator. And I believe that that is free. The reason why this is so important, and it's such a near and dear idea to my heart, is that although this year I'm not sure students are going to be taking the SAT when they do, or yeah, SAT we changed over from ACT. It is really important that students not only have a calculator to use, which we will give them, they obviously can't use their phone, but that they also know how to work it. So those apps that look just like the calculator are really important, because if a student doesn't know how to work the calculator, it's not really going to help them. And the tests are specifically created around being able to use that. So if students don't know how to use their calculator, they are going to be at a disadvantage. So we can also check those out from the school. If you would like to call down to the school and have somebody drop one off for you, or just come and pick them up, that is also a possibility. So please let me know. Technology and resources, and here's all the login info. I'll go over that in a separate slide. And also the school policies, and I'm sure that our administration already went over those with you, that you can access from this link here. This is all on the school syllabus, or on my class syllabus, I'm sorry. If we go back to our course and school documents, you have the remote learning bell schedule. You can look at that on your own time. I'm sure we all know that already. This login information piece is huge, although we are already 5 weeks in, and your students should be signed up for that. I know that there are always questions. So if you look at this, this simply walks you through all of the online tools that your students will be using. It's just the table of contents, but they have the logins to our Schoology course. Here we have logins to the online textbook. So you just might want to walk through this with your student and make sure Khan Academy, make sure they have signed up for all of these things. And you can simply, there's my office hours, you can simply follow along through this document. Also in the course and school document folder is the honors requirements. Okay, so please, we're a really strange sized school, and we do not have enough teachers in any given discipline to have separate honors classes, but every math teacher should be offering an honors portion. Please read through what the requirements might be. If you and your student are interested in signing up for this, normally I would have you print it off and sign it and send it back, or I would print it off for you. If you would just like to send me an email saying, hey, Ms. Binkley, we read through the honors requirements, it's something we'd like to do, please add me to the course. I am more than happy to do that. There is also an agreement of academic integrity your students should read. And it might change a little bit depending on what our school looks like. Okay, so all of that can be found in our course and school documents. I'm really encouraging students. I haven't had as many students come in for office hours as I would like. I would really love for them to start utilizing that. And after grades for Unit 1 have come out, that might give you as a parent a little more information about where they are and how much they're understanding. Again, I'm going to leave this up, take a picture of this. It has all of my information on it. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or anything you need. I hope things are going well for you. You are enjoying your fall, and I look forward to meeting you all eventually in person.